know if I'm breaking up with Poshmark yet. I probably still will. I don't know. We will see. Hi guys, it's Misty and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Misty and I am a reseller on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. And I also own a brick and mortar antique store in Bedford, Indiana called Wildflower Antiques. This video is my weekly what sold on eBay for the week of November 18th through 24, 2019. According to eBay, my sales were up. Still not as good as it should be for fourth quarter, but they're still up. So that's good, right? I actually sold some things on Poshmark this week. So there's that. I don't know if I'm breaking up with Poshmark yet. I probably still will. I don't know. We will see. But let's go ahead and see what sold last week for me on eBay. We're going to go ahead and start in the seller hub like we always do. You can see here that my total sales for the week were up 21.7% compared to last week. And the days were kind of up and down. It looked like the best day of the week for me was on Saturday, or the most sales I had were on Saturday, and which is odd for me because typically I don't make a lot of sales on the weekend because I'm at the shop working all weekend, so I am usually only listing during the week. So that's an interesting little tidbit to see. All right, let's go ahead and get started on the items that I sold. The first item were these Reebok CrossFit Men Nano Wave shoes. I picked them up at Goodwill for $4.50. I did take a best offer for $34, and they did have free shipping. They were in excellent condition. We had to do very little cleanup with them. I know that these CrossFit shoes do very well, so when you see these out, if they're in great condition and you can get them for a good price, I suggest picking them up. And again, as always, my short and sweet description with lots of bright, clear photos. The next item that I sold was this cute little Land Before Time 16-inch plush. Picked this up at Goodwill, I believe for $1.99. I've had him for a little while. He was made by Gund, and you know, there's the nice Sharpie marker that Goodwill likes to put on their tags. But I don't try to get that off. I know that you probably can. I just take a picture of it. The customer can see that it's there. And I just, ooh, that's a fuzzy picture, but I have kind of fuzzy pictures, but I've had this for a while, and that's probably why. If you don't have real clear pictures, that probably is going to hurt the listing. But I did sell this little guy for $20.82, and the buyer paid shipping. He was a big guy. I was able to put him in a poly mailer, and he did still ship priority. He was a big guy. He weighed a lot. This next item, something that I'm not going to buy again. I had these for a very long time. Now, if you can get these scrubbing bubbles in the pack, in like the starter pack for a cheap price, get them because those do sell. I don't know why I had these for as long as I did, but I did pick them up for, I think, a couple dollars at a yard sale. But at the very beginning of summer, I've had them for a long time, but they finally sold for $38.60, but with free shipping. So they did ship priority mail. It was about $7.50 to ship them. I mean, I still made a profit, but I had them for a long time. I thought they would sell quicker than they did. All right, this next item were these Nike Shox Gravity. They were a men's size 8. And the AR 1999 101, they sold for $38.50, and the buyer did pay shipping. I still am doing a little bit of experimentation with some items are free shipping, some items are I charge shipping. Honestly, I haven't noticed a huge difference in offering free shipping in my sales, but I'm going to go ahead and continue with my little experiment for a little while and see if it does make any difference. But again, nice short sweet description, clear pictures, and these sold rather quickly. Another pair of shoes were these UGG Australian Classic Tall Chestnut Sheepskin Winter Boots. They were size 7. I picked these up at the bins. They did have some wear on the toes. They did have a couple little marks on them, but they sold let me go through here. The sheepskin was in really nice condition still though, but they did sell for $25.50 and the buyer did pay shipping. This next item, I sold 2 of these very, very fast. So I sold 2 of them, and they were these vintage, the original EB Energizer Bunny squeeze lights. I picked these up at Goodwill. I had 5 of them and picked them up for 99 cents a piece, and I have been selling, well, I've sold 2 of them for $14.25, and the buyer is paying shipping. Nice little collectible from the 90s. I just think that someone maybe would get this for a stocking stuffer for somebody. And one of them did ship through global shipping. The next item, this was one of the things that was on my 5 Things Friday. They were these vintage Civil War era 3 tine prong forks with wooden handles. There were a lot of 4 of them. I have these listed in the shop for about $5 a piece, so I sold them for about what I would be able to sell them for in the store. Sold them for $26.50 with free shipping. They did ship first class. It was $3.50 to ship them, and they finally sold. They weren't selling in the shop, so I went ahead and sold them online. This next item is a Fiesta Homer Laughlin Cobalt Blue covered butter dish. This is a more modern Fiesta piece. You can tell because of the F on the bottom of the dish. Is there not a picture? Oh yeah, I was going to say. The F on the bottom of the dish is a lowercase f, and so that means it is a more modern piece. And you can kind of tell too by the wear on the white here. It's really, really crisp and white. If you're familiar with Fiesta, you can just really kind of tell by the look and the feel of Fiesta whether it's modern or it's new. I did pick this up at Goodwill for $1.99. It sold for $18.50 and $7.85 shipping. The next item is this antique. It is an antique. It is over 100 years old. It is a Sweetheart Mustard Compound Spice tin. It has a paper label on it. It was from the 1900s, and it's a Canadian piece. And I actually sold this to the Mustard Museum in Wisconsin. This is the second item that I have sold to them, and they have a whole. There is a mustard museum, which is would be a pretty kind of cool place to maybe go and see if you like mustard. But this sold for $32.50 with free shipping. It was shipped first class. It was very lightweight for $3.50. All right, these items I picked up from the bins on the bins trips that I went to with the bin pickers, and some other resellers, the reseller meetup that I went to not long ago. Picked these little wax covered vintage McDonald's glasses. They were from 1984. They were dated on the bottom, and they were a lot of 50 wax paper courtesy cups. These were these great vintage wax cups. I know that you guys remember these. Some of them had a little bit of issues. I think like the last 5 on this stack, I had a hard time breaking apart. I did pull them each apart just to make sure that they would come apart for the customer. And you can see some are in very good shape. Some were a bit worn. But they have never been used. They were just new old stock. So really cool piece to find, and picking them up at the bins and selling them for $25.50 was a great deal, and they did ship first class. This next little item is something that I had picked up from an auction. That it was in a box of things that someone had left behind, so it was totally free. Was this vintage Disney ceramic soap dispenser. It was made, I want to say that it was made in Taiwan. It had 2 little chips here on his arm and his ear, and I did note that in the listing. And it sold for $18.50 with free shipping. It did ship first class. This next item is something that I picked up at an estate sale. It is a Harry Slatkin 2008. I'm probably saying that wrong. Slatkin 2008. These were once sold at Bath and Body Works. It was a retired smell. And it was new. It had never been burned. The only issue was there was a little bitty chip on the back of the stem there. So it's noted in the picture, it's noted in the listing. It sold for $25.60. I did do free shipping on this, which in retrospect, I shouldn't have. It was $7.50 to ship it, so I think I paid $1 for it at an estate sale. I still made a profit, but still with these heavier things, I like to charge shipping on them. Because depending on where you're going to ship it to, it could be an outrageous amount. This next item is the vintage Minnie Mouse face snapback hat. I picked this up at Goodwill for 99 cents. Sold it for $14.02 and the buyer paid shipping. It was dated 1993, made in the USA. Really cool piece. These next item, we're still selling these Disney Infinity lots. I did run a 15% off sale. We have so many of these. I still have so many of these that we haven't even had listed yet. We need to go one day, just spend a day lotting them and taking pictures of them and throwing them on. These sold for $15.72 and the buyer paid shipping. The next item is something that I picked up at an estate sale. They are these Joe Camel Max and Ray salt and pepper shakers. They're from 1993. These were heavyweight. They were made out of plastic, but they were a heavy duty salt for as far as salt and pepper shakers go. But I did sell them for $20 and they did ship for free. It was $3.50 to ship them. The next item are these vintage retro wooden carved owls. They're on a burned wood. I picked these up I think for 99 cents a piece at Goodwill. I just liked the look of them, this burnt wood, and they were 3D, and I think I have a picture on here. Yeah, you can see that it was just like a tile wood that they've burnt, and then they've added these little owls to the tile. A very neat little piece. They're 5 inches tall. Sold for $22.50. They were free shipping. They did ship first class, so it was under $4 to ship it. And just a cool piece. I would pick these up again. They're just a fun piece to buy. The next item, these came from, these came from my own personal collection. My dad found another set of these, so I went ahead and sold one set that I had. I love Holt Hauer. I love the Holt Hauer Cozy Kittens collection. And but I don't need 2 sets of them, so I did sell these. They sold for $25.60 with free shipping. And these I will always pick up forever, forever and ever and ever. But this one did have a little bit of a chip on his ear, as you can see right there in the picture. Oh, and one of them was missing the inside. But I don't think people really use these for what their intended purpose was anymore. I think they're mainly just using them to have a little kitschy thing as part of their collection. Another thing that was on my own personal desk, I had this on my desk for a couple years, and I thought, oh, okay, I'm gonna get rid of it. I do love it. I still love it. It's just little Russ Berry 1973. Get your, you know what, together desk plaque. I just thought that this would be a great gift for a white elephant. It would be good to get for a coworker or a boss. And it sold for $18.60. It's just a resin material. You can see here it was dated 1973 on the back. It did ship first class, and it sold it for $18.60. So sometimes you can just look around on your desk and say, I'm going to sell that thing, and you can sell it. This next item, I think that I picked this up at an auction. It was in the auction lot box. I just thought it was kind of neat. It's this really cute little vintage folk seashell. I did it in 1 word and 2 words. Bird trinket jewelry, maybe a soap dish. It's made out of this abalone shell, and then the little bird here was made out of 2 shells put together. The base of it was kind of all stuck together with this resin material. I just thought it was kind of a neat little piece. Sold it for $13.59 on a 15% off sale. And the buyer did pay $5.25 for shipping. The next item is this little 1997 Mattel Kelly doll pink Power Wheels Jeep. Picked this up at the bins. The thing of it was, it did work, but it wouldn't move. So it made sounds the little steering wheel moved, it played music, it talked, but the wheels were stuck and the wheels wouldn't move. I did notate that in the listing. It was tested, it works fine, but it does not move. It makes noise when you press the horn. There was no corrosion. It's just the wheels were stripped and it just wouldn't move. But it did sell for $14.73. I did do free shipping on this. I'm kind of doing that with some things that I've had for a while, and this is the one thing that I've had for a while. I'm really trying to just clear out some of my old inventory, and it did sell offering free shipping, but it did ship first class. The next item I have also had for a very long time, and I offered free shipping on them because I'm wanting to move it out, were these Maxell MF2HD 3.5-inch floppy disks. They were formatted for Macintosh. There were 10 discs in this box. They've never been opened. It was sealed. Picked it up for Goodwill, probably for $1.99. Sold it for a 15% off sale and had free shipping on this. So this is something that I would not pick up again. Another thing that I wouldn't pick up again is this little Franklin Computer Spelling Ace. It's an SA98. It's just a little handheld dictionary thesaurus. I paid $1.99 for it at Goodwill. It was a great, clean little machine. The battery compartment was non-corroded. It came with the owner's manual. Sold it for $12.25. Did ship first class, but I did offer free shipping. Just trying to clear out some inventory. Would not purchase this again. Excuse me. The next thing are these. We are readily selling these little hold well switching relay. These were a part of an industrial fan. This is something that my husband had found. I still am not quite sure what this is, but he created this listing, sold this one on a 15% off sale for $8.70, and did offer free shipping. This is shipping first class. And we did buy these in a big lot at Goodwill in one of the big grab bags for $2.99. So we've made our money over several times. Doubled our money, actually. Another thing that I would not buy again, unless it was in great condition, is this Transformers Beast Wars Mega Class Polar Claw Bear action figure. This was also in a grab bag lot of toys that I purchased at Goodwill, so I made my money back on the other items. And I just decided to just go ahead and throw this up. It was missing a lot of pieces, but it did sell for $10, and I did offer free shipping. It did ship first class. So, I mean, I made my money back on the other toys. Wasn't a complete loss, but I wouldn't buy this guy again unless he was in excellent condition. Okay, the next couple things are, well, actually, the following things that I'm going to show you are all Christmas items. And this is a little baby's first Christmas item, ornament. Now, Hallmark Christmas ornaments are not going to sell for a lot of money, especially if they don't have the box. And I bought most of these ornaments in a grab bag lot at Goodwill for $2.99. So I knew that if I just pieced them out, I would be able to make, triple, quadruple my money. And they're easy to photograph, they're easy to list, they're easy to ship, so I went ahead and gave it a try. This one is a 1998 Hallmark's Baby's First Christmas. It's a little photo holder from 1998, sold for $9.99, and I did offer free shipping. All of these are shipping first class. The next one are, now these I did pick up at the Disney auction that I went to, and where I picked up tons of Disney things. They were in an auction box lot. I probably paid $5 for the box, but I did sell these 1996 Disney Inesco Mickey and Minnie Christmas ornaments. They sold for $15 and free shipping. They did also ship to first class. The next item was also in the Goodwill grab bag lot, and it is this vintage Hallmark 1992 Baby's Second Christmas candy cane ornament. Sold for $12.74 on a 15% off sale, and I did offer free shipping. It did ship first class. Another ornament was this vintage Hallmark 1993 Baby's Third Christmas ornament, and it also sold on a 15% off sale for $12.74 free shipping. These girls I picked up at Salvation Army for $2.50. I got all of them for $2.50. I actually kept one for myself. She wasn't in the band. She was holding candy cane, so I just kept her for myself. But these 5 girls here sold for $45.60. They are these little vintage Lefton Christmas Angel band with the red coats. They had little spaghetti trim. They were awesome. Only one of them, this little girl right here with the accordion, and you can see here I took a picture. We did have to, her wing was broken, so we did glue her wing back on. We noted that in the listing and we took a picture of it. You can see here, one wing has been glued back on. We have the measurements on them. They were made in Japan. 2 of the 4 had the made in Japan stickers on them. This was a very fast sale. I love to pick up these little Christmas vintage items because they always sell very fast for me, especially this time of year. Another item, I picked these up. I think I got these at a flea market. These vintage Westinghouse D14 C9.5 green Christmas replacement bulbs from the 1950s. They were brand new, still in the packaging. They sold for $22.50. I did offer free shipping on these. They did ship first class. This next little guy is also from an auction box lot. It's this little Christopher Radko Meet Our New Friend Burl Snowman and Reindeer Winter figure. Sold for $21.50, and I did offer free shipping. This did ship first class. I know that it looks a little bit bigger in this picture, but he is only 6 inches tall and pretty lightweight. He was made out of a little resin, so he did ship first class. And yeah, and I did have him for a little while, but I listed him in the summertime, and I knew he would end up selling in the winter. This next item, okay, this is something that I want to maybe bring up to you so you can realize, to maybe double check your listings. I have my listings for global shipping, and for some reason this item was not listed in global shipping. So I went back through and did a bulk edit to make sure that all of my items were in the global shipping program. So I'm not sure if this was a glitch or what was going on here. But this item was a vintage Mercari glass blue ball Christmas ornament, a little pick or spray of flowers. The Mercari bulbs were in excellent condition. They were made in Japan. I have a box of these, and I have some of them available in the store. I am selling some of them online. This one sold for $15.50. I did offer free shipping. It is shipping first class. And I picked these up at an auction for probably $5 for the whole box. And the last 2 items are these Polar Express mugs. I've had these for a while, and I've been saving them to list them at this time of year. I picked them up for 69 cents a piece at Goodwill, and been selling them. I sold one of them on here. I think I sold another one on Mercari or Poshmark. I'm selling them for $10 a piece, and the buyer is paying $4.50 for shipping. So there is this style I have. This is the Believe Gold Ticket Hot Chocolate mug, as well as this one, the Hot We Got It mug. I have one more of these left, and also sold this one for $10. And the buyer is paying shipping on these. But with these Polar Express mugs, they typically will sell this time of year. They don't really sell very often during the summertime. I think people are making their little tiered tray things and having hot coffee bar stations, so they're looking for these kinds of mugs. So I knew that I wanted to just wait and list them, and I'm selling them for $10 plus shipping. I paid 69 cents for them, so it was still a great item to buy for this time of year. So it wasn't a record-breaking week, but it wasn't a bad week. My sales were up. I did list a lot last week. I was very, very busy and actively listing and revamping some of my old listings. We were out of town over the weekend, so what I did while I was in the car was I went through some of my older listings and I ended them, and I hit the sell similar button, and then just kind of revamped them a little bit. And I think I've told you guys about that before, but it's one way that you can do to be able to list something if you're not able to list something for that day, just to, have a couple new active listings. And it does push up that item in the eBay algorithm a little bit. So let me go ahead and get in with some of the stats for last week. On eBay, my sales were $675.66. My sales were up 21.7%, which is good. And I sold 34 items. Poshmark. Boy, Poshmark, you surprised me this week. Although I did give you a little bit of attention this week. Sold 7 things on Poshmark, and my total sales were $84.25. And on Mercari, I sold 4 items, and my sales were $75.95. So let's just think about that for a moment. I sold 7 things on Poshmark, and my sales were $84.25. I sold 4 things on Mercari, and my sales were $75.95. So that just kind of solidifies what I've always said, and that you can get a higher profit, a higher return on the items that you list on Mercari than you can on Poshmark. I'm just saying. Mercari is a better platform than Poshmark, in my opinion, which my opinion doesn't always mean diddly squat, but I'm just saying that's my opinion. The numbers don't lie, at least in my week. Let me know in the comments if you've maybe you have an opposite experience. But my total sales on all 3 platforms were $835.86 for the week, and I sold 45 items. It's not too bad, right? I mean, I know people have said, oh, I would love to have that in sales, but I'm a little hard on myself because I figured this is what I do for a living. And I am always critical that I should have listed more things, and I should have been working a little bit harder because this is what I do full time. So I know that a lot of you do this part-time and you still are having awesome sales, and I commend you because it is hard enough to try to get everything done when you are doing this full time. So let's all try not to be so critical of ourselves, and let's all try not to compare ourselves with others, and let's try to just be happy with the outcomes that we can make for ourselves, okay? So don't be so hard on yourself. Those are my sales this week. I am going to continue to list. This week is probably going to be a little bit slower. Typically weeks that have holidays in them are, because people are doing other things like spending time with their family and they're not shopping. I will go ahead and wrap up this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you learned something from it. I hope it gives you a little bit of an insight on some of the things that I am able to sell, and maybe you can find those things out too when you're out thrifting. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, make sure that you give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.